There's this practice among Africans, especially in Nigeria, where if someone passes mysteriously, you see them put knife or cutlass, that's machete, in the person's coffin, as a way of asking the person's spirit to take revenge. That's on the burial day. They bury the person with knife or cutlass as a way of asking the person to revenge their deaths. I used to think that this thing is a myth and it doesn't work until I came across this story on the internet of a girl explaining how the whole thing happened in her family. And let me share with you guys. This girl said she and her sister and her parents grew up in the trenches, and she could remember for the longest of time they've been hawking. After school, their parents would give them something to go and hawk. So when this whole thing was happening, she was still in her SS1, and her sister just finished university, of which her sister, I think her sister just finished secondary school, of which her sister couldn't go to the university because there was no money to further her education. So she said this particular day, she and her sister went to work as usual, and there was this man that bought oranges from them. Like, the man was in his car and he bought oranges from her. To cut the long story short, ever since that day, the man and her sister started hanging out together more. That's the man picked interest in her sister from that day, started buying oranges from her sister, and that was how her sister and the man started, having something. So the man took her sister back to school, helped her to gain admission to the university, and rented an apartment for her sister, a very good apartment, 2-bedroom flat, and also gave her sister a car for mobility so that moving from campuses, one place or another in the campus would be easy for her sister. The girl literally said that when this man came into her sister's life, things became better because the man was giving her money. From that money, her sister was sent to her parents, to help her train them, all those things. So things became better. Like, the man even changed her sister's phone. The man was really taking care of her sister, of which her sister had this particular best friend. They all grew up together in the same environment, went to the same primary school, went to the same secondary school. So when her sister was going to the university, that's the house that her boyfriend rented for her. Remember that man that her sister started dating? So when her sister was moving to that house, her sister told her boyfriend that this is my best friend, I cannot leave her behind. She has been my backbone. Like, we've been together, so my best friend has to move in with me. Of which the man didn't have a problem. He was like, okay. The man said no wahala. So her sister's best friend moved into the same house with her sister, so they were all in the same campus together. Fast forward to a few years later, this man has trained her sister in school. Their relationship is great. This man was like literally a blessing to her sister and her family, of which anywhere her sister is going to, she always carried that her best friend. So time for the bachelorette party, or what did they call it, bridal shower and all those things. That evening, her sister called her best friend, called her, and called a couple of other of her friends, and they were together that evening. They drank and all of those things. The next day morning for them to do wedding, her sister did not wake up again. Yes, her sister, they thought that maybe she because of the too much of drink and everything, she didn't wake up on time. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, they had to go and knock in the door. That's when they found out that her sister passed away in her sleep. Of course, everybody was asking what happened. People were saying that they don't know. Everybody was saying, hey, now wow. Just to cut the long story short, now the burial day of her sister was set, of which the girl said her mother was not saying that this her daughter's passing is not ordinary, that something happened, that her daughter that she know cannot just pass away like that. Besides, she saw her daughter the day before she and her friend went to the bachelorette party, that what must have happened. So on the day of the burial now, her mother took cutlass and put in the casket of her daughter and told her daughter's spirit that fight and avenge your death. If your death is a natural cause, then let it be. But if your death is not a natural cause, this cutlass that I put, use it to fight and avenge your death. And they buried the girl. They buried the girl. That's her sister that passed. So this girl said 1 year passed, nothing happened. 2 years passed, nothing happened. 3 years passed, nothing happened. Until the 4th year, she heard that her sister's best friend, that best friend that her sister was carrying up and down, that same best friend that her sister begged her boyfriend that she should move in with her, that the girl done the colo. What happened? The girl said anytime she's sleeping, someone is coming to press her neck. That anytime she's sleeping, she always sees someone that is pursuing her with machete. That's cutlass. At first, the face of the person wasn't visible, but it was later when they did the investigation, she said that it was that her friend that died 5 years ago. So apparently, she was the one that poisoned her friend on the night of the bachelorette party out of jealousy. According to her, they all lived in the trenches, so why should her friend want to go to the top, climb the top before her? that ever since that guy came into her life, the guy changed her life, the guy got her car, the guy got her phone, the guy trained her in school and all of those things, that is supposed to be her, that is supposed to be experiencing this thing, not that her friend. So out of jealousy, she poisoned that her friend, which is this girl's sister, and pied her on the 9th before her wedding. They were able to find out this thing 5 years later, due to the way that girl passed. That's the best friend of her sister, due to the way she passed, because they saw knife cuts all over her body. Even after investigation was done, they could not pinpoint who could do this to her physically. So they just ruled it that it was the spirit of their late sister that took a revenge on the girl. You see it? Out of jealousy. Out of jealousy. So that best friend that the sister was carrying all over her head was the one that poisoned her out of jealousy. See, ladies, you people should be careful. My bestie, you people should be careful. Once, I'm not saying that you should not have best friend. When things are happening for you, I beg, keep it to yourself. Even if I thought you want to tell people, you want to carry people along, be careful. Be careful, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. It's so sad now. The life of our sister is just cut short like that out of jealousy. But I'm happy that they were able to get their revenge. But still, that girl life don't go. It don't go. So my ladies, please be careful, okay? People should be careful. This is not my story, like I said before. I saw it on the internet, but I mean, I said I should come and share with you guys, since I like I'm a boss sometimes. So I hope you guys have been able to learn one or two from this story. With that being said, good night, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.